Hey everyone, Shaedow here, and welcome to another Marvel Contest of Champions video. So you guys are watching me do my final path in the X-Men Savage Future Uncollected mode. Now this first fight is against Quake, and she can be very tricky, especially if she starts charging up her heavy, because at this beefed up state, chances are even one stack is going to stun me. So as you saw there, even though I dodged it, she charged it up just a little bit and put one stack on me. Alright, now watch what happens. Okay, just one stack. So I cannot trust it, and she did it again. So I'm like, oh boy, this is not going to go very well. Now you see I have my L3, but I don't throw it just yet. I wait until it's just about to expire, and then I threw it. I don't know if that helps. I was hoping that it helped, so that it would go off while the L3 is going off. I don't know, but you can see the aftershock, and I did not get stunned, so maybe it worked.
Fatality.
And down she goes. Now, I love Ghost Rider because of his regen, so that makes him very sustainable. That's why I have him as my main lane clearer. So, as you can see, this next fight is against Sentry. Sentry is easy to fight. I still don't fight against him enough to feel 100% comfortable, but by this time, I've fought him several times. So, in my opinion, the best way to fight him is to bait out that L1. That L1 is so easy to evade. Now, he's being a little stingy here, as you can see, but don't let up. Be patient. Eventually, he's going to throw it. There you go. And it's really easy to evade. So that's pretty much what I do throughout this entire fight. You know, I parry, attack, get him to his L1, bait it out, evade it, wash, rinse, and repeat. You can see there, having a knowledge of his animations can help, because then I'm able to time Ghost Rider's heavy to his heavy. And that's something that I like to do with certain champions. If they have a multiple hit heavy, I like to time Ghost Rider, so I'll evade back and time it so that when I throw my heavy, I'll hit them right at the end of their heavy. And down goes Sentry. Alright, so this next fight up is against the new Sentinels. You guys, if you saw my first video on this, Medusa works awesomely. She can basically shut them down completely. If you haven't seen her do that, do a search on YouTube. I'm sure you'll find it. But basically, you fire off that L1, get that armor shatter, or fire off her L3 and get the armor shatter, and Sentinel is not going to be gaining any kind of power whatsoever. So she works really good, but so does Blade, as you can see. Now, this Sentinel's L1, I was practicing evading it. Now, the first part is really easy to evade, as you see. The second part can be a little bit tricky, so I tend to block first, and then I just kind of roll backwards, as you see right towards the end. As soon as that beam hits me, I evade back. Just takes a little bit of practice, so maybe you guys can refine that a little bit more. But down goes Sentinel. Blade is a beast. Next up is Kamala Khan. She is very, very easy to fight. Again, I go back to Ghost Rider since he is my lane clearer, and I want to gain a little bit more health. There's not that many fights left at this point, but I like keeping in practice. So Ghost Rider basically just dominates. Alright, bait out her L1 or her L2, do not push her to her L3. And that's pretty much how you fight Kamala Khan. As you can see there, her specials are very easy to evade. Now, I went and fired off his heavy a little bit early because I tend to wait a little bit too long
Ownage.
And then she does not have enough health for me to really get all the way up. And as you see there, even though I tried to do it a little bit early, he still wasn't able to get up to 100% health, but that's okay. All we have left is Bishop and Sabretooth. Now, Bishop can be quite fun, and I still don't have his animations completely down. His heavy has a little bit of range on it, which can catch you, and it caught me a couple of times. Now, Blade is not optimal for this fight. My Starkey is, and that's who I used with all the rest of my paths before this. But I wanted to use Blade because it was a challenging fight. Alright, so, you know, Blade doesn't have his danger sense on, as you can see, so all he has is his bleed. So this is a fight that I'm actually pretty proud of. I worked it, and a lot of times I thought that I was going to go down, and as you can see, having him awakened is essential for this fight. If I did not have him awakened, I wouldn't have been able to do this fight at all, because I don't know how to evade that L1, and it does so much damage. And his L2, up until this fight, I have not been able to dodge his L2. Alright, but you see here, I actually dodged at least a little bit of it. In my previous fights, he always took me out.
Outstanding.
But this time, Blade was victorious. That is the first time I ever defeated Bishop with Blade. Starkey makes it easy, of course. Alright, so finally we face Sabretooth, and hands down, my Archangel is the best for this fight. I have tried Medusa, I have tried Starkey, I've tried Blade. None of them did as well as my Archangel. Now, you may have noticed, or you may not have, but I brought in both my Archangels, and this is why. Sometimes, as I'm fighting, I'll just get out of timing. You know, fights have a certain rhythm, and if you get out of that rhythm, it's just all over, and I was never able to recover my timing. You know, once he got me that first time, that was it. Okay, but that's why I brought in both of them. So now we got my big boy, and as you can see, he is putting in that work. I had the timing down, my parries were working just fine, got the neurotoxin on him, and as you can see, I have his animations down, and that's how I was able to fire off his heavies. Alright, and that's gonna do it, guys. I finally finished Uncollected mode 100%, and with all those rewards, I now have 2 more tries at Blade and my first 6-star, so look for that video. And if you like this video, please consider smashing that like button. It really helps me out. If you have not subscribed already, please consider giving me a subscription. Leave a comment below, let me know what you thought about this video, and you guys have a blessed day.